Whew. Good morning. Everything's loading. Everything's good. Pop me into the world. We're going to be super chill today. Good morning, everybody. I'm Old Man Sugarheart. Today we're playing Vintage Story. Oh, hey, it's Silver Wolves. Hi, Silver. But, yeah, I had a hectic morning. Everything is okay. I wanted to be on time. Instead, I'm 4 hours late. Called in to work because I've been up since 1 a.m. Woo! System's up. We installed a couple of storage mods. How do I use you? Punch. Oh, the base. Okay. I see. And so now I can like look for things like limestone. No. That would be naming the lectern. Limestone. So here I can see all my stones. See. Cool. And deposit. There's various things. We also installed a storage mod where you can quick store things in your inventory. And look, it took all my rot away. That was super handy. Also, that rot was good food. Or it was. I guess when other people are in the server, food in my inventory rots, which is lovely. I had some dough. Where'd the dough go? Oh. Did you make pies? You made a boat. You and your goblin legs just jumping straight up off a cliff. That is a boat. Okay. That is not how you sit in a boat. So like you just like right click to sit. There's a guy in your butt. Hang on. Things are real out here in the streets. Neat. Honestly, this kind of serves my purpose. Can we turn around and sail towards the ocean? That was a wolf going woo, I think, but it could have also been you. Oh, this is crazy fast. But yeah, I'm just planning on taking it easy today. Getting some limestone. Thinking a project we can do is make it easier to bring her back from the ocean. Oh, okay. Instead of fighting the stream. Yeah. So a way you could do that is by like building like a water tunnel through the river. Okay, so either A, make a pier on the other side and don't use the river, or make like a canal or connecting the ocean and river. Okay, well, if I had to vote, I like an idea of a canal connecting the ocean and river. And honestly, I almost say like connect it up here so you can go on that crazy water slide ride all the way back here. If you wanted to be super efficient about it, like you could carve through here. The reason you suggest it is we can still utilize the stream. It does make it significantly faster. Come back here, wolf. You know, fight me, you're gonna be dinner. Good morning, Sugar. Your class starts in 10 minutes. Nice boat. Thank you, B-Son. I hope you have a good day at school. Did I hit you? Here's how you can make your own if you choose. You had to buy a lot of stuff and use our cloth reserves, but yeah, vote. Yeah, that's fine. I'll get to the point where, like, we're making our own. Right now, I want to finish my garden. I need to, like, solidify the bottom there. Want to build a well. Okay. Something hit me. Looks like a goat. Pretty sure it wasn't them. Plant storage on it too. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm good. I am in no hurry to make the boat. I want to finish the base and build something beautiful there. That's where my priorities lie. Am I streaming? I am streaming. I said I wasn't. I said I couldn't make the 4 a.m. stream. You have not heard a single thing said. Well, that is fair. The gist of it is, we're just gonna chill, collect some limestone, finish the garden, and take it super easy for a little bit. Oh, you collected a ton of lime for me already? I saw 63 limestones in the inventory. We need a lot. So here, I'll go over like the area we want to like shore up. So like I'm not a fan of like magically hanging structures, so I'm trying to make it. Can I climb up there? Whoop. Come on, get up there. So like I'm building this giant support column for one. The spiral staircase right now, and we can fill it out. Part of me is thinking we fill it out with something we have a lot of, like granite. And so we get like a multicolored like spiraling barbershop pole kind of effect. Right now, I'm patching up like the bottom of the garden, and so I need to finish these. And if I had to guess, I'd say that's like about 64 about 64 like limestone cobblestone dealies, which would be 4 full stacks of limestone stones, 81 limestone, 69 stones. Yeah, so you know, my estimate is we need about 200 more stones. But I'm not too concerned about it. I've got like one experiment I'm want to try nearby here that might result in a lot of stones. There's like the sulfur pit. I have an experiment over there. Are you a sleeping bear? Oh, you sure are. Are you alright? You can fight that bear. He'll be delicious. But if you choose not to fight the bear, I would understand. One with your bare fist. Did you get like the monk perk? I did see that. Yes. You're just, there's a word for it. You're a lovely apple tree. I mean, hey, if you're forced to not wear armor, you might as well commit to not using tools. Like, it's such a good idea. We found all these trees, and I feel like year one, like, you never find any fruit on them. Will fruit appear on these natural trees, do you think? No? Maybe? Huh. Alright. Sulfur pits. They're not far from here. Whoop! Almost fell to my death. Alright. I am going to insist that you don't tell me what's going to happen with my experiment here. You never touch trees too often? You're very bad at taking your own time. Yeah. Yep. I did speed up fruit trees because I did see that that was like a common complaint. It was like one of the few settings I did. I've got them so that they mature twice as fast. And, you know, maybe one day we'll have apples. Maybe we won't. We'll see. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to do something in the sulfur pit. And I want you to not tell me what's going to happen. I've brought along ore bombs. And since you use sulfur to make bombs, I could imagine a world where this creates a massive explosion and, you know, kills us all. But I would like to discover that for myself. I mean, like, there's a real good chance it won't do anything but, you know, give us sulfur. So, like, I'm gonna just start lining up bombs. How close do they need to be? Like, is 3 apart enough that they will detonate each other? 2.5. Okay. Being that angles so about 2 blocks apart is most optimal. Yeah, if you see any that won't work, feel free to adjust them. How long am I streaming for? So, like, I had some issues. By issues, I mean, like, family stuff happened in the middle of the night. Now everybody went to sleep, but I'm still highly caffeinated because I needed to be somewhat awake. All right, let's see. Let me shore up a couple of areas I'm not 100% sure about. That angle feels pretty good. This angle doesn't. Right there. Actually, let's put one up here. Class gets done at noon, so maybe you'll see me later. Have a great stream. Thank you, Beeson. Have a good class. Alright. Torches up. Kinda wish a drifter would appear right now. Are you lit? You're lit. Woo! Can't see. Oh, my game did. Yep. My frame rate crashes when it dips when I look at you. Okay, that was fun. I enjoyed that a lot. That was really cool. In the future, what you mean for optimal yield is this. 1, 2. Oh, 2 in between. I see. Gotcha. Got 13 stone out of that, which is fine. Like, I know these were ore bombs. I did expect, like, a little more store. So, 2.5. Okay, but what about that? That still works? Yeah, and 2.5 because of this. Sometimes it starts to get more RNG. Yeah. I read it had like kind of a stat-based theme to it. Okay. Hey, we've got some sulfur. Do you want to make some more bombs? It's more like ray casting. Okay, I understand ray casting very well. So the bombs need to be able to see each other. So like when I was in there, there was one spot where I put the bombs on like opposite sides of like an ore node. And so like their raycast wouldn't connect because they couldn't see each other. No, Not always, but because an a rock or ore has a certain amount of rays that it needs to hit it. If there's enough leftover rays to hit the next bomb, it goes off. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like it's blasting out in different directions randomly. And so when let me formulate my thoughts here. So it shoots out like 5 rays in one direction. And then if 3 of those rays hit the ore, that ore is destroyed and there'd be 2 rays left over. And they might hit the next bomb, which might trigger the next bomb. Getcha. Science. All right. Like the TNT in Minecraft, I don't understand. Well, I guess I do understand how the TNT in Minecraft works now. Theoretically. All right, so those were ore blasting bombs, right? There are also rock blasting bombs. And so I would like to try the rock blasting bombs. Let's take our sulfur. I guess we grind that up. We'll go through the recipe together because I have not done these before. Oh, you want to go to the lime biome by boat? I sure do. We'll take the boat to the lime deposit or to like the sulfur pit. It's a very short trip, but we should definitely do that. All right. Okay. Rock bomb. Rock blasting bomb. Okay. I need blasting powder. Just sulfur and saltpeter and powdered charcoal. So these are the things we need to grind. The recipe I Googled said it could do it with metal powder. But yeah. We're out of charcoal. Haven't gotten to make more yet. Can you grind brown charcoal? All right, well, you be on the charcoal. I'm going to start grinding some sulfur. That's the plan anyway. We also need food. Let me get this out of my inventory. My meats are dry. Please give me my meats. The roof here is too short. We need... I'm going to build a meat locker at some point. What I want the andesite for. So I can make it, like, look nice and sterile looking. Alright, so now I can hang up. Oh, this gross meat. I have more meat to dry. It's all rot. Okay. Oh, we also have lots of berries. Thank you for that. Berries expire pretty quick. How quick? 11 days. How long are you good for? well, 16 hours in my pocket. 3 days. We're using meat. Making meat pies. So let's see. Take this. Chop, chop, chop. Got prepared aged bush meat. Take my flour. Water bucket. Need more. Old Man Windbreaker, hi. You actually brought the berries for wine, but we don't have to make into wine right now. Okay, I won't. I will try not to use the wine for berries. I will remember what they are for. Just making dough in the river in the middle of the night. Hello, Drifter. I can't see. There we go. We need to make like an emergency route out of the river. Maybe we make like a big... Once we fill out that column, we can make a sneaky ladder up there into the base. Feel free to use the berries. You forgot you need to make a copper rod for the fruit press, and you're lazy. Ah, okay. I also don't need this right now. What am I doing with my life? Okay. Got flour. Got bread. Add firewood in one of these. Actually, use the lectern. Firewood. Look at me. I'm doing things. Very useful. And now with the storage mod, I can just be like, boom. Wait, who gave me a wax cheese? Did you give me a wax cheese? Did you buy a wax cheese? I got cheese earlier for you. Well, thank you. It is my goal to make like a homemade wax cheddar cheese and make it into a cheese pie from scratch. Like that's the goal of the playthrough, but we can get like a quick early glimpse of what success looks like. So how do I make a cheese pie? Okay. I assume I take the, before I do this, cheese pie, 4 portions in filling. Okay. Yeah. That's what I wasn't sure of. Like, do you cut the cheese first? So there. Now I can put the cheese in there. I'm going to mix some meat in there too. It's my favorite lattice pattern. Boom. We make up a couple of backup pies. Two HP for eating. 2 HP for eating that guy? That's interesting. So this guy's 4 HP. Super high in protein. Feel like you're trying to show me things. But I have to watch the pie. I tried doing like multitasking. I did like a lot of bismuth, tin bronze stuff while pie making, and I burnt too many pies. All right. Would you like a slice of pie? Delicious cheese pie? Burnt pies last longer, although have less nutrition. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, but the food I'm not really trying to get to keep long. I'm trying to get it to, I don't know, be delicious. What's going on? Oh, you buried me. I see. I don't need that many right now, but raw bushmeat. Why did you give me raw bushmeat? Oh, is that from... That was from the bear. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. A little bit of you. I'm gonna throw in some berries. Or meat pie with berries. As for you, raw bush meat, I'm going to hang up to dry. Because it does make a bit of a difference. Like, I really do intend to, like, go a little bit Zen crazy here. Because I've got like a number of goals to achieve. Whoop. Get in there. A stack of pies. Beautiful. What kind of pie was this? Just raw meat pie. Should have been aged bushmeat pie. Honestly, I go through a lot of food. Well, I won't be greedy. I'll save a pie in there for you. But this pie, I'm taking with. Under the right conditions, you're at a 55% hunger rate. Wow. You mine lime, you'll grab wood. How much wood do you need? Oh, you're making charcoal. Okay, okay. You can use the birch I have somewhere around here. Never mind, it's gone. Birch has been used. Okay. That is how it goes sometimes. Alright, you go in there, meat. I just need an empty slot to put these bombs. What am I doing with... Oh, right. Oh, you added a few decorative bits? Yeah, yeah. So I did see like the door frame, and I do like that, and I like the railing. That really brings this together. It's very nice. It is a good look. I appreciate it. So I made the roof inside with interior beams. Yeah. I do kind of want to replace the dirt with something. Haven't really decided what yet. Quarried stone? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. So, we're trying to make bombs, right? So we've got to make blasting powder. Which I need powdered sulfur, saltpeter, and powdered charcoal. You're getting the wood for charcoal. Oh, you have blasting powder in the storage. Oh, okay, okay, okay. And I'm fairly certain I've seen you collecting saltpeter too. Yeah, the current holdback is flax. Isn't it always? Shoot. So, okay, so a bomb. Wait, do we want a rock blasting bomb or a stone blasting bomb? 80% chance destroy crystals and this will... Okay, rock blasting bomb is better. But we want stone blasting. Okay, so we don't necessarily need powdered hematite or magnetite, iron oxide, limonite, powdered rusty metal. That's got to be like the thing, right? So we grind crushed rusty metal. Okay, how do you get crushed rusty metal? Take a hammer and you smash these guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not using valuable iron on bombs, right? Wouldn't it be better to use the rusty metal, right? We have like several stacks of actual iron. Yeah, but iron's still valuable. That's... Okay, hang on. Several stacks of actual iron. Alright. You'll crush since this isn't entertaining for stream? Agree to disagree. Rush. Alright, alright. You do that, I will smash things with a hammer? Use the lectern. Gotta remember to use the lectern. Okay. Metal? Alright, so I've got this metal here. I've got, well, I had a hammer. Just make one right here. Hammers ended up in storage. Hammer? Oh, there we go. Okay. Crushed metal. Yada yada. Requires pulverizer tier 2. Hammer's not going to cut it, is it? Not even the iron hammer? Not even the iron hammer. Where did I take all this stuff from? Do you think we can make... You don't think we can make the stone blasting bomb as it stands? Alright. When you say that. So you gave me, like, what, hematite? Hematite. Okay. So if I want to, like, crush some hematite. I take the hematite, it pulverizes into blah. Gotcha. So we need... It all needs a pulverizer. Okay. Okay. So many things. What am I doing? I'm looking for a stick. All right. Yeah, this all makes sense. Dump everything I have. I was gonna hide metal. Looks like a decent place to hide metal. Hate seeds. Maybe we can find a garbage container for seeds. Whoop. Where's the garbagiest container? This one's pretty garbage. Here you go. Seeds and hammers. Welcome to hammer storage. Although this one I'll definitely put on the tool rack. Sorry, you're talking to me? You just throw it back into the system. It automatically sorts. Okay, okay. So I go here. And I say deposit. And it's gone. Deposit. Gone. Deposit. Gone. Okay, okay. That's actually pretty beautiful. Where did it go? Whoops. There we go. All right. So crazy schemes aside, the ore blasting bombs did a great job of getting sulfur. Most of the time, I don't think I want to use ore blasting bombs. Okay, so I want to prospect. Give me one of these. Yeah. I've got a pretty decent sized pick. Okay. So, before I understood prospecting, I hit 2 nodes. We got this one, which has like an idea of where magnetite might be. And then we got this one, poor failurite, which I think is zinc. Magnetite is iron. And so heading away from this and towards this, so like maybe like right here, if I do some prospecting at the end of the island here, believe I will be in limestone, and we can look for magnetite and just happen to find limestone as a side effect as we learn how to prospect. Before I go, I should get ladders. Ladders are important for prospecting. Maybe I should get another pick. I think this one's good enough. Let's see. Favor, can you make you a pulverizer cap? Can I make a pulverizer cap? Help Desk Nico, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Okay. Pulverizer cap. So many caps. There's like pounder caps. These go on pulverizers, right? No? Pounder cap. Okay, I do want a pounder cap. Okay, does it matter what the pounder cap is made out of? Like, can I get you a tin bronze pounder cap? I've been pinged. Prospecting together. Oh, yeah. I heard about that. I'll look into that mod after stream. It's client side. Oh, okay. I think that's the one that like finds ranges and stuff. Good load of rope ladders is your go-to caving tool. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. All right. So, like, I did see, like, a prospecting, like, companion tool that would, like, grid these off. So, like, it would help you figure out, like, where exactly things are. But I'm trying to... Yeah, that's prospect together. I'm trying to make things not too easy for me. Also lets us work together. Yeah. Well, I want to do it the sloppy, old-fashioned way. It's going to be gross, it's going to be dirty, and it's going to be really rewarding if, you know, I actually pull it off. But, like, you know, my goal is actually secretly limestone, so if I don't succeed in finding the ore I want, it'll be pretty good. Do you want to take the boat? Yeah. Boat ride. If I can make my way back up here. Really need to do something about this wall of rock. Cast off. Ow. Hurry. Quit it. Had it. Alright. Get me on the boat. Here we go. There we go. Oh, I forgot I made a leather hat. And my glasses got a little more complicated at some point too. I think they were like 0.1 degree warmer. Oh, this is fun. There's a hotkey for like a super screenshot. But you have to hit control. I almost hit it, which would have flung me out of the boat. Would have been very funny. But it wouldn't serve the purpose very well. But yeah, take me to, like... Where am I going? I'm heading to this outcropping near this little island out here. Can you see? Perfect. I am loving traveling by boat. I am super excited to play Valheim 1.0 when it comes out soon. Goblin who steers the ship. I appreciate it. I mean, it's your boat. I don't want to, like, drive it for you. Little island to our right? Yeah, it's cute. We're heading that way. Straight ahead. Wind got real slow. Yeah, so the river mod seems to like go through the ocean. And so like you might be able to ride that current for a long, long distance. But I think this is normal ocean. You can tell they're a slightly different shade of blue. Alright. I am here. Peeking back at this little island to see if I can see any sneaky things. You gonna see what's on the other side of the ocean? Have a good trip. Yes, I remember now. This was my malachite cave. Alright. Find a good position. We're doing a density search. Get samples that are at least 3 blocks away, but less than 16 if I recall. Okay. There's some malachite in the area, very poor magnetite. So we've gotten farther from the magnetite. Gotcha, gotcha. So this is not where we want to be. Alright, so if I had 100 blocks left, I wish my X and Y would track on the map. Okay. 100 blocks this way. We're going for like 1,700. So the lake. We dig into the lake. This is all based on my, like, loose understanding of how things work. Alright, I don't know, why you disabled your IG chat somehow. Did I? It auto, tabbed me to the info log, I guess. Sorry. Let's see. Can turn something on in settings or plus Control V. I see. Alright. I dig my pit. Now we just wait for like a wolf to dive in on me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So now we prospect. Ding. Ding and ding. Very poor bismuth. Honestly, like I kind of like these numbers because there are a lot of different things that I like. All right. So more magnetite. Do like that. I'm just going to keep heading left to see if this like turns green somehow. All right. So another 100 blocks to the west. Somewhere around there. There's no real discernible landmarks out there. Seems like a great place to put some iron, right? Like right around here, give or take. Too far. 40 paces this way. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yar. Sugar, press Control V. Oh. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you for the important public service announcement. I didn't understand that was what you meant. I basically forget everything I said 5 seconds after I say it. Please don't take it personally. Please just judge me harshly and silently. Alright. We're going for over 1% magnetite right here. 4.2. Okay. We're getting a lot more bismuthanite. Bismuthanite? Which I believe is like some Bronze Era stuff. This is good. But let's see, I am seeing slightly more magnetite. How much magnetite was here? I got a suspicion if we head up. Well, we're at 893. So if we go to 790 or something, I believe that is where the iron will be. But we're in sandstone territory. I want limestone. And I think limestone is under the sandstone. Urge. Right here. Here we go. Big magnetite. Found poor bismuthite and minuscule amounts magnetite. What does that mean? I think that means there's a terrible source of iron around here. So let's see, 24, 26. Yeah, I was actually getting closer. I mean, it progresses as we head in this direction, so it's like at the bottom of the ocean over here. Yeah. This way. Swap chats in game, if you would. I mean, I will. Let's see. Hula frogs, hi. Or sorry, handful of frogs. I don't know why I imagined you as a hula dancer. But welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. But let's see. We'll point out that those numbers are more like looking into World Gen. The percent chance. Hang on. That ore generated in that chunk. Okay, well, it's like it's a heat map, right? And so, like, it is a little more explicit than like chance that it's there, right? It's never going to say like 1% and they're actually being 0, right? Like 1% means like 1% of, I don't know, a 128 by 128 block or something. 128 by 128 by... Yeah, I don't know what the vertical amount it would measure would be. But what I'm thinking is that it's telling you like what percentage of that wad is made up of. Okay, so like 56 on the magnetite here. We're getting closer. In fact, the bismuthite is getting closer too. I mean, like, we really are going into the ocean. Yeah. I'm too short. Story of my life. All right. Sorry, I'll keep trying to, like, swap back here. Let's see. Not percent, it's, I don't know what the modulo operator is with an extra circle. Is it like parts per 100? Per mile? Oh, okay. Right. This makes sense. Extra 0 means extra order of magnitude. Math. All right. Here we go. Here is the secret iron location. I'm going to dig a little deeper this time, because I don't want to accidentally mine into the ocean and drown myself. Parts per million? It's not million. It's mile, right? I mean, like, they say mile. But it's like parts in 1,000. Like, it's not going to be measuring 1 million blocks. I would assume. Okay, what have I got here? 0.5% magnetite. Oh, melee. That okay. I've just kind of mashed that word in my head so much. Okay. Slightly less magnetite in this direction. So we head east. Daita pie. Whew. I believe they just call it parts per million, though, verbally, right? ppm is different. Okay. Okay. I mean, I was basing it off of my YouTube metrics, which measure how much money I get. Basically per 1,000 views on average. And I thought it was RPM and it was like rate per mile. But it probably was milli this whole time, and I've just been mashing the M in my head. In case you're curious, for 1,000 views, on average, I get like $4. And how much does that add up to a month? My YouTube makes about $25 a month. I've gotten lost. I got distracted thinking about money. Always on that grind. Where am I going? 1573. So 1473. Just swore I saw something like rummaging in the woods here. I mean, we did see a bear like a foot away. And I'm really afraid that the bear is going to drop in on my head. All right. Old school prospecting. Sample 1, sample 2, sample 3. More copper, less magnetite. Okay. So let me look at these numbers again. Honestly, it makes it seem like we should be mining right on this guy. Like if I go back to here, let me check the map. This is the best node we've found. Instead of being right on top of it, though, I'm going to be like 10 blocks over. And we'll do the prospecting thing again to see if there's like a dramatic change. And after this, I promise I'll switch back to the in-game chat. I just keep forgetting in between, like, blocks here. Okay. I see. Okay. 0.9, which means You were you're slightly better. You're about the same, really. We've got more chance of copper over here, less chance of magnetite. Okay. So if we take these extremely seriously, the magnetite, I don't know. There's no harm in me prospecting more and more. Like, we're just trying to triangulate a drop point. Didn't realize we were this close to the other one. Of course we were. That doesn't reset when I put it away, right? Okay, 5-4. Okay, how about you? How about we dig right here? Did I say I was going to switch chats to in-game and then immediately forgot? So many things. Oh, heck, you left your lantern. Are you dead? You can prospect way faster if you dig the center block with the prop pick. Then you only need to make 2 branches. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Let me make sure I get deep enough to not fill this with ocean, rather than digging into the rock. Alright, so the proposition here. I do 1 over here, 1 over here, and then 1 right here. Minuscule amounts of hematite, but magnetite got bigger. What was it up here? 2.6. And how much bismuth? Less. I mean, by all accounts, we just keep digging straight down there. Yeah, I suppose I could do like 1 out here and 1 actually like in the ocean. We're feeling real crazy. But I think we've done enough crazy. Let's just dig into the center of the earth. Okay, and boop. Handful of frogs left. They just hung out for a second. What are you, slate? Alright, so now we're node searching, right? No ore node nearby. Which I assume that just means we need to go deeper. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I forget. Forget what the measurement is. Let's just pretend it's this. Yeah, you're not in the mood to play right now, and you're not sure what to do anyway. Hop on next time to dig something, since you got the minor class and more ore drops. Oh, okay. Am I doing the right thing? Alright, we keep going deeper. And a site. Love that. So if we got like the rock blasting bomb, we could fill this hole up with those. Then I might find things. Careful not to drop into a cave, could be fatal. Yeah, okay. Small amounts. Bismuthanite. So now we try to triangulate like where that is. All right, but before going deeper, I should probably, you know, make sure I can get out alive before I starve to death in the bottom of a hole. And yeah, we're looking for iron, but like we're prospect goofing is what we're really doing. There we go. All right. How's this chat doing? Nothing happening yet. All right. So what I do is I dig down this way a little bit. And we're doing node searches, so I think I need to go about the same distance I was going down. What are you? Bismuth. All right. And so now that I've found bismuth, which by the way, don't delete the reading. I'm trying to like mark a waypoint like right next to it. There we go. Looks kind of greenish. All right. So now what I want to do is like carve this chunk out, right? I could just zoom in. Oh, yeah, to make the waypoint. That makes sense. Is there a desired way to like mine out chunks? Because as I understand it, they can spread in any direction. They're usually like a flat plate. But there's like a small chance this will continue like diagonally down, right? Should probably carve out higher first. Oh, hello. Bring a copper pick with me? I didn't. Wasted my good pick digging these things out. Yeah, so what you remember what you forgot before, that the shape of the plate is deformed. The plate is deformed is based on the shape of the surface above. Oh, okay. So Since this is a really kind of slanty hill here, the plate I'm looking at is going to be slanty and weird too. I'm going to carve the whole thing out. We will actually see what the fundamental shape of it is. Okay. I think we found the peak. Is this the way normal people do it? To find like the absolute shape of an ore distribution? Do they carve out the whole thing before they start mining it? Ooh, going up. Not really. Or you might be responding to earlier comment. They just mine it and then use the prospecting pickaxe his radius mode F while holding it. Right. So like I'd use the node. So there are two things I've got. I've got the density search, long range chance-based search, short range exact search. So they mine it out and then they use the node search to figure out if there's more around. Makes sense. Pretty much. Okay. Kitty, if you want to hang out and mine with me, you can just do that. Because they're like, hey, did I miss any? And then they pick. It's either none found or some found. This all makes sense. I hear like a portal. I don't really mind what I'm doing either, though. Because, like, I'm happy to collect additional stone. My, what a weird shape you are. Whoops. What did I just get? Bismuth ore inside the block. I've completely dislodged it. Sorry, buddy. Unintentional. Make some mining bags? That makes a lot of sense. You can put that ore on home as a showcase. Is that a thing people do? brag about their pretty ores. Like if it was like emerald or gold, which I understand is in the game, but I don't know has a particular value. Like there's good reasons to own gold. I just don't know if any of them are in this game. You collect crystallized chunks and put them on shelves? That does sound cool. You'd like to make a museum? We have emeralds and sapphires and rubies and diamonds. Quartz and so much more. I think that's an awesome idea. And honestly, I don't want like my plans to hinder your creativity. Like I do appreciate all the support you're giving me, don't get me wrong. But if you have like something you want to build or create, like go ahead and do it. Like half the reason I'm playing this game was to kind of like slow down a little bit. Because like in my stream, I've been playing all like the AAA titles like 007 First Light. And it's been like a little bit much. Because, like, I can't keep spending, you know, $70 on 15-hour games. Like, I do alright, but, man. Like, it's hard to justify that. Like, they just announced Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be $80. And that's fantastic. Like, with the amount of effort and money that they put into the game, it is probably definitely worth that amount. It might be the only game that is. I've done it again. Get rid of this bone. But at the same time, like I got children to feed. Certainly the communities hope sometimes those games flop anyways. If I would say if Grand Theft Auto 6 flops, it's not because people didn't want to play it, it's because people couldn't afford it. Like that is, there is a chance it's a huge buggy mess. I just don't think it will be. There we go. I need to return home. Deposit some stuff. Let's see. No Man's Sky is a good example. It was expensive and it's just bad, or was bad. Cyberpunk 2077, another example. So, I've got feelings and opinions on both of those things. One, the one I probably have the best opinion on is No Man's Sky. Because I got super excited for that game, followed it super heavily. It was one of the rare games where like I read every piece of information that came out before the game came out. Stack stones on the floor and return them later with mining bags? Is that what the pros do? And when you say stack stones on the floor, Oh, whoop. I can nap these? Neat. But like I can just be like blah blah blah. Gotcha. Control Shift right click? Oh! You can drop 16 at a time.
Good morning, Dad.
How many of these? Good morning, buddy. Feeling any better?
Way better.
Okay. We're learning things about stacking stones. This is actually really cool information.
You can make monuments. What game?
Yeah.
And say Old Man Sugarheart and Silver Wolves have beat the game.
Yep. We'll make big monuments of rocks to simulate our... Oh man, our base looks really cool from far off. Like if you ignore the scaffolding, I really kind of like that twisting spiral over there. We can get some good lighting on it. It'd look really cool. Anyway, I was about to go on a rant about No Man's Sky. But like that was a game I got super excited for, and I was following all the information. There was one thing that I noticed was that early on when Sean Murray from Hello Games, that's the company, right? Hello Games? I think that's right. He would do all these interviews and he would give information, but like in the early interviews, he would say things like someone would say something and he would correct them. He'd be like, our game doesn't actually do that, or you shouldn't expect this from our game. And then in the later interviews before the game release, he would say things like, I can't say more on that because I will get in trouble. And so, like, he was really good at, like, trying to manage expectations at first. But, like, by the time the game released, he basically wasn't able to, like, correct anybody when they were like, everyone, this game does this and this and this. Oh, what am I doing? I don't need to manage these from here. Manage them from here. Where was I? What was I talking about? So many things. Sorry, I muted a sec to say something to my son. Yeah, I can still deposit these. For some reason, the shift click was transferring down here. I have brought this ore home with me. But no way, they added AE2 to Vintage Story. AE2? Oh, this? Sorry, what is AE2? I'm not familiar with the term. If you're talking about our magical storage methods, that is a mod. Do I have another pick in here? Applied Energistics 2, a Minecraft mod around auto-crafting systems, powers, and storage. Alright, hang on. What? Apparently, I don't have the textures for expanded foods, items, chopped mushrooms, sick and charred. A Minecraft mod. This is not it. Maybe. Allows a smaller single interface mass item storage. Okay. What we've got is storage tweaks and storage lectern. Those are Vintage Story mods, and they are amazing. They were recommended to me by Silver Wolves. It's been working out great. Key features. One, when I open up my inventory, I can push this button. And like, did you see the dirt disappear? It automatically went away. The ladders stayed in my inventory because they didn't have a similar stack, and all these things stayed because they've got this little yellow favorited item quality. So like your tools don't go in automatically, or you could add things to favorites. Say like this guy, put him in here. I go like, boom. Favorite mode when clicking items in your inventory. Yeah. There. So like I've added this to favorites. So if there are more tins, bronze, falxes, they won't automatically fly out of my inventory if like I put that guy in storage. This is good, but I'm afraid having too many quality of life mods. Like storage is probably the area where I feel like quality of life is the most important. Like, yeah, it is lore accurate that you would spend hours organizing inventory. I've worked in retail stores, I've been there. But it's not fun. As for like things like the Prospector Pal mod, like I avoid that because I think that makes prospecting maybe too easier, or I'm worried it will. Another mod that was suggested was like a waypoint visualizer where you'd see like a laser from the sky pointing at your various waypoints. Too much. Like I want the game to be hard. And I want it to like slow down at certain points. Probably like the saddest mod that like I let go because I didn't want to make things too easy was like speed napping or speed clay forming. Because I'm like, well, that's part of the appeal. Don't want to get rid of it. What am I doing? I want all the limestone. Yes, I believe we have all the limestone blocks we need now, which was the point of the whole excursion. Oh, where'd my clay go? Music is getting really dramatic for this very exciting merging of limestones. Epic limestone matching music. All right. But yeah, I'm trying to make I want this playthrough to be kind of zen. And it's gotten a little bit like crazy. We've been going on epic adventures, which is fine, but like need to chill out in real life and in games. Do like a nice peaceful mental health playthrough, work towards like long really gratifying goals. Like the goal of cheese pie. Like, Silver Worlds was kind enough to buy us a wheel of cheese, and it was delicious. We enjoyed every bit of it. Like, we made a cheese pie, but, like, you know, we didn't accomplish that. Like, we made the pie. We didn't make the cheese. To be honest, you forgot that was the goal. You thought it was pickles. Pickles is part of the goal. Like, that's kind of why I picked cheese pie, because it involves so many other things. Like, you have to mine for salt, you have to pickle vegetables, you have to husband animals, you have to farm beeswax. Maybe you don't have to farm it, but, like, you have to have it. Alright. And so, I want to look at this from a distance. I mean, it looks a little gross. But, like, I want this column that's holding up the hanging garden to look kind of natural. And, like, I don't believe that is thick enough to hold up this entire base. And so what I need are, like, buttressing arches, hanging it out over the sides here. Ooh, but probably more importantly, you can do that by chiseling, or you try using support beams. When you say support beams, I mean, like, this is limestone. This is, like, several tons here. Like, I do need, and it doesn't need to be 100% limestone. It just needs to look like it is. So, like, I could replace that whole middle column with, like, dirt and then fill out the area around it. And I could do the same over here. We'd have, like, a dirt arm that I encase in, like, a limestone facade so that it looks real, you know? Let's see. Oh, support beams are a nice visual thing. I could take inspiration from actual stone bridges that are large. Absolutely huge pillars and several, yeah. Like, part of me was thinking of making, like, flying buttresses from, like, the river shores, which might be cool. You'd also do, like, a rope suspension pillars on, like, these awesome bridges out here. That would look pretty neat. There's a lot to think about. I haven't really planned it out very well. But here is one thing I want. That is a well. We can chisel this out to look nicer later. But we need water up here. Now, here's the thing. I don't understand how water works. Do I need, like, a water source? Let's see. You love the store all similar button? Is friends? Yeah. You love the music, but its timing really sucks, especially one that feels like a boss fight just started. Yeah. Have it held up by toothpicks and support beams like that tower in Sword of the Stone. Don't. Oh. Is that Mad Madam Mim's tower? Oh, I don't. It's been a long time since I've seen Sword of the Stone, which is weird because I've got kids. Yes. So I can redistribute the water here. You are fast-flowing water tiles. We're gonna have to whip the hoe out and actually see that you're giving these guys the moisture they deserve. Come on now. The river won't work for the water wheel then. It must be like a biome thing, which is interesting. Like a directional biome for the river. I don't know. I think you would actually have to go to the mod page and like see if they say anything about how this works with water wheels. Because it does feel like a unique entity. How do I get rid of this if it doesn't work? Like, I don't even know if this stuff hydrates. Hey, buddy. Yeah, my house. Alright. Where my hose at? There's one. There's another. Eventually you automate everything. There are mods for auto smithing, auto clay forming. Then you're left with nothing to do in the game. Yeah, there's something very, very sad about that. Well, that was dumb. I forgot how to hoe. There we go. Alright. Moisture, 75%. See, I would expect that to be higher. Okay, hang on. I believe those blocks down there are medium fertility soils. And so if I run out here, these aren't connected to water at all. 0% moisture level, so that does count. Okay. Maybe it's not as good as like still water. Yeah, that's a fine moisture level. But yeah, there's something really sad about people who automate the game away. I think there's kind of an epidemic of people who optimize to the point where like they're not even playing the game anymore. They're just following the instructions and seeing what happens. And you know, I'm not in the business of telling people how to enjoy their games, but I do feel like you can easily miss out on things like this gorgeous view here. I say that. The last time I played this game, I did cheat. I got to... we got into like the Bronze and Iron Age, and then I was like, listen, Baldur's Gate 3 is coming out. We gotta stop. Hop on up, kitty. Terraria with QOL mods, MP.mp4. Yeah. Like, I'm kind of playing this game for my mental health a little bit. My mental health does not want to stress about doing things efficiently or fast. Like, I've got a vision in my head of things and how they look, and maybe it's nice, maybe it's not. And if I'm gonna build it all, and if it all works out, that's great. If it doesn't, well, that's fine too. That's a prospecting pick. But yeah, I wanted to hurry up and get things planted before the season's turn. But yeah, I'm not gonna get bent out of shape in case like somebody comes in and like uses all the copper or bronze or even iron. Like, it could get to a point where like I'm no longer having fun and then I stop, but I don't see that happening. Most people are pretty chill and overly sensitive about like what you need to have fun. Like, I expect people to come in and be like, is it okay if I use your sticks? Like, that is the behavior I expect from like the average person. People yearn for politeness and kindness, and so they extend it to the extreme. Some people, like, I don't know, might flip out about that. And think of a few streamers who have lost their minds. They're usually the ones with like 0 viewers. They're easy to spot. They're like, why aren't I succeeding for free? I'm playing video games. Everyone should love that. It is okay to take 3 low... Is it okay to take 3 low fertility dirt from your chest? Right. It is okay to take 3 low fertility dirt from my chest. You can even have medium fertility if you can find it. I've used a lot of it for scaffolding. That is the generosity I provide. You can get mid-quality dirt. My kindness knows no bounds. Alright. It's now time to do a farm. My cat is trying to get comfy. What am I doing here? Beads. Alright, cabbages. That's a given. Want to plant pineapple? I don't know. Do I want to plant pineapple? Like, we should probably plant flax. That one's probably a given. What nutrients we got? Nutrient N, nutrient K. Flax is going to get dibs on most of the K nutrients. Can't see much of you. You know what? We're gonna grab all the seeds and we'll sort it out in the field. There can never be too much flax. That has been my experience. Like, the first time I played this game, I was a tailor. Alright. So each one of these plots is a different nutrient. So, like, nutrient ends go here, for example. I'm going to put the cabbages in the fine terra preta. Cabbages are my favorites. Okay, so I need more end nutrients. My choices are pineapples. Pineapples. E for pumpkin. Turnips? Honestly, I'd almost rather have spelt. I'm gonna do spelt. Yeah, I don't want to run out of vegetables, but at the same time, I also want vegetables that don't suck. Alright. So now we move on to the pea plots. P for pumpkin. Don't place the pumpkin seeds, they require special plots. If I punch them, do I get it back? I do not get it back. If I scrape it, do I get it back? I don't get it back. Have they been wasted forever? Rip. I have a pumpkin left. I haven't ruined everything. Sorry, pumpkins. One pumpkin seed grows into a large area. Pumpkins grow as blocks. So, like, they've got numbers on them. You do get them back with a chance, yeah. Alright. I am losing my mind here. Let me get my lantern out for night gardening. Sorry, pumpkins. This is hurting somebody emotionally. I can feel it. I hope it's not you, Silver Wolves. You're not getting a single pumpkin seed back. It's you. Oh no. Okay. Maybe you don't get pumpkin seeds back. Maybe I ruined it. Okay. Onions or peas? Sorry, pumpkin. Let's see. Peanuts or peas? Parsnips or peas, but I hate them more than turnips. There was something about planting rice. URK. Okay, we can plant the rice. Here's peanut. One peanut. And then I guess the rest is onions? Yes, rice. You want to make sushi. Is that an option? I'll be damned. Peanut sushi. You make a peanut sauce and roll that up? Dang. Okay, so edible seaweed sheets. Like you can make sushi rolls, vegetable sushi rolls. 50 sat. That's crazy. Fresh for 4 days. This looks like eaten by deer, gazelle, moose, pig, sheep, and hare. But you make a ton. It's like 16 per. Okay, let me re-look at that. So, deluxe sushi roll. Made by kneading. Okay, but with maple syrup. That's crazy. Like you can't really see how much it makes. We'll figure it out. Onions. Delicious onion rolls. But yeah, it is the woe of modded food. I mean, that's the thing. Sometimes you do things not because they're good or efficient. Like, I think I heard something about a meme. Those are K's. You guys are N's. They're P's over there. Okay. Soybeans are also K's. Are soybeans good? Cassavas, are they good? Oh wait, flax seeds. Lots and lots of flax. I don't know, what if I just make that whole backfield flax? Like, one of these was meant to, like, recover nutrients. But I'm thinking, like, if both of these absorb all the K nutrients, then we move both K over here. I don't know. I think they need to be completely empty to recover nutrients, don't they? Alright. But. The plan is working in my head. Okay. So we're gonna go one day or one season of heavy flax. The corner over there. Hey, buddy. Loved it. Oh, another thing I was thinking of, just for sheer coolness factor, I was thinking of a glass bottom house. How cool would that be? At least 12 cool, right? Alright, so my garden's complete. And this garden, you know, is for the whole community. We can all eat out of it. But if you need more, feel free to create additional gardens or additional garden space in additional places. It's part of the main base. Just make it look cool. I'll forgive you no matter what you do. Alright. Why automate all the mini games? You like the auto napping, but it does take a lot of the fun out, right? You gotta realize that, like, the zen of doing these things is part of the appeal. Look at me clicking and dragging like a psychopath. Alright. So we built all that. Maybe we need some fences? So you can go play with a friend? Have fun, old man? You have fun too. Alright. So, like, I've got some rough birch fences, but, like, fence. I think, like, I needed to look at oak fences specifically, but what if I went crazy? What if? So, out there in the world, I happen to know There's a little larch forest out here. Oh, I'm also starving. Delicious pie. Let's see. Silver Wolves is still online. I believe they've gone sailing. They're probably millions of miles away. Yep, just boating. Are you circling the continent? Because I am really curious, like, what the boundaries of this are. Like, I ran a long ways during the winter, and I didn't see, like, the full border. So one thing I think I would do if I was boat crazy is I would probably try to like circle the continent to like see how big it really is. Oh no, it's not an island. It scatters out far. So I forget the exact measurements I put in, but I was going for like Earth-like. And so I might have put the dimensions on like 70% water, 30% land. And so I would be... Where am I going? I'm used to like just heading in a straight line in the winter. I'm used to just... Oh, I almost just repeated myself. I'm very tired. Have I mentioned I've been up since like 1 a.m.? I think that was forest floor. It's not as impressive as other floors. That oak tree is pretty impressive though. Giant tree house is also another dream I think of often in Vintage Story. Like maybe one of these playthroughs, like I dedicate time to finding a redwood forest and building like my little Ewok village, you know? Muka, this game is a bunch of fun. It's so much fun. This is the first game I've ever really revisited. I guess I've done maybe multiple Fights in Tight Spaces runs, but like as far as like full or lengthy playthroughs, this is the first game I've ever revisited on stream. Because it's one you can like just get a really strong urge for. Alright, I think I'm heading to Larchland. Great North. That's vintage for you, right? I mean, it... Uh-oh, hang on. The cat has strong feelings. You see a stalker? Who's outside my window? Someone's triangulated my position and found my home. It was bound to happen. Maybe I'm being swatted. Here comes the tear gas. You'd say this and Project Zomboid. I was really bad at Project Zomboid. And so I don't have that sudden craving to go back to it. Oop. Like, I like the idea of it. I like the extreme survival aspect of it, but I keep wanting to do it permadeath mode. And that might be my problem. Alright, yeah, we're cutting down large trees because they make the most beautiful fence. What's another game I would always come back to? RimWorld's a really good one. Valheim's another one. Like, survival crafter games are really good in general for this. Like, a lot of people would go back to, like, Terraria, which came up earlier. Everyone always dies in zombie stories, and Project Zomboid, this is a story about your death. It is. And I really appreciate that about it. Elden Ring. Now that's kind of a crazy game that I go back to fairly regularly. Like, each playthrough is different enough. Especially since I really like playing with a randomizer. Elden Ring might also be my favorite game ever made. Like, I keep trying to, like, put together, like, a top 10 list of, like, my favorite games of all time. And I really struggle. Because of the way I play games, like, I play through, like, a new game, or, like, 5 new games start to finish every month. It's just kind of how I live my life. And so when I think about, like, all the games that adds up to be, it's basically every month since I've been alive. It's really hard to, like, remember all the games I've played, let alone come up with a list of the best ones. You've yet to finish Elden Ring? It is good, and it feels good. There's kind of like multiple points you can get to. Like, getting the ending is one thing. Beating Millennia is kind of like the other really cool thing you can do. Like, one of the things I appreciate about Elden Ring is every time you lose, it's your fault. There's like exactly one point where I'm like, it's not your fault you die. Like, yeah, to some extent skill matters, but like, when I got to Consort Radon in, like, the end of the DLC, it was rough. Okay, I think I've got enough larch that I can make the fence around the garden. Harold Halibut is your #1 game? That is insane. Because nobody knows what Harold Halibut is. But I love to hear you say it. Because that is an amazing game. Oh man, that makes me so happy. It's one of the games that just took an insane amount of effort to make. And it was so underappreciated. Have I played it? It's so good. I have played it. I streamed it. Like, I heard the story about the game. And saw the art for it, and it was an amazing game. So, you sat glued to the screen for both streams you streamed it. Yeah. Let me tell everybody on YouTube watching this much later about Harold Halibut. So Harold Halibut is a stop motion animation game. Like they used real clay models, designed all the sets, and they handcrafted like all the frames of animation. And it came out looking like kind of a Wes Anderson film. But it's basically a movie that you get to play. And it's done so much better than, like, I don't know, say Mixtape, which is like another game that's basically a movie. Like, it's much longer, the story is more compelling, the characters are cool. Like, there's good music. But, like, it took them over 10 years to make this game. And I don't know how they survived for 10 years. Like, they must have had, like, secondary jobs or were born rich. I have no idea. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. They also live in another country. Maybe they got it easier. I think it's like Denmark or Belgium. Can't imagine they have it that easy. From what I get is, like, every country is suffering the same things all at the same time. Maybe in different capacities and in slightly different directions, but for the most part, we've all got it pretty much the same. It turns out, if it weren't for our leaders, we'd all get along pretty well. Anyway, I almost turned into a political streamer there. Let me stop that. Hello, Saw. Just the kind of guy I was hoping to see. Alright, before I go Saw crazy, I want to make a fence, which takes sticks and boards. Going for the white picket fence. Give me sticks. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Many boards. It's beautiful. All right. Probably way more than enough. Silver wolves found a redwood forest. What direction did you head in? Silver wolves is gone. They're 8 million nodes away. 1,210,000. Gotcha. So you're just heading straight south. Birch. I can't see your dot because you are in my fog of war. You're trying to find me Purple Heart. Well, that's crazy, but I appreciate it. Amazing story and great twist. Yeah. Harold Halibut. It'll always have a fond space in my heart. What the heck? How did I do that? Did I plant you on top of the weed? Did I say weed? I meant flax. We are definitely growing flax up here. Not dandelions. Remember the scene where he is randomly cleaning and then starts singing? Yeah, that reminded me of my old job. My first job was at like a grocery store. And like there was always like music playing, like hits of the whatever time and period. The 90s or the 80s. And I would make parody songs in my head about groceries. You know, like, we stock everything you want. We stock everything you need. We stock everything inside the store that you think you might need. We have all the right beans at exactly the right price. But you want sardines and I don't know why. If you'll just sit tight, I'll check in the back for whatever it is you're looking for. Will this do just fine? It's all I could find. Yeah, you know, it goes on like that for another 7 hours. It was a very boring job. But yeah. So that scene resonated with me quite a lot. Let's see. Making a gate of some kind. Can I attach a door to a fence? Let me just try that real quick. As I'm thinking something crazy here. That looks horrible. And also, I don't know if it works. Can I squeeze through there? Could a bunny squeeze through there? But part of me was thinking like privacy fences, you know? So like, what if I made... I can't get up there. Just parkour several hundred meters up in the sky. Walking backwards on the edge of a cliff. Nothing to be afraid of. Like, is this a good look? I think it's a good look. I made way too many fences. Part of me thinks we can revisit this and make... I guess you can't make a greenhouse with fences because it's not sealed, right? It has to be a room. You cut down one tree and just got 310 logs. Ayo, what? I think he exploded. Or she exploded. Her frame rate crashed. It was too many logs. Oh, she's cutting down redwood. That would explain it. Okay, so... gates. There are a lot of these complicated gates. 2x3 gates. Couple of 1x3 gates inside the storage system. I'm thinking like a 2x2 gate might be nice. Like we could break this open a little bit. All right, but yeah, let me check here. You search for gate. Ah, lies. We've got doors. We got like the 2x3 tall door covered in algae. We can take a look at that, see what that looks like. You can eat some pie. Whoops. I mean, I like the creek. But it's not going to cut it. All right. One thing we could do, we'll just do a normal gate out here. So many gates. Fence gate. That all it is? I used all my sticks. The music chimed in for comedic offense. Comedic offense. Yeah, that works. Comedic effect. It's just like, hoo hoo hoo. You screwed up. Two. Let's just make two. Alright, here we go. Bam. Slapping this here. By the way, Muka, if you do want to play, this server is open to anybody. You're welcome to stream and join. We're having a very fun and peaceful time. Another block is in the way. Dang it. But this is an open server, open to anybody. A lot of people are shy, or maybe they feel like they can't just join in. Maybe we should build like a boarding house for new people. Build an apartment complex, advertise to everybody that they can come and live. That's what you left your old house to be? Yeah. Like, it's important to like keep your starter house for people who pop in and can't find you. What we need to do is like put up some signs so that they know where to find us now. Ooh, I do kind of have an idea. Gotta remember, there's a gap where we can die here. Damn. Beautiful. We got like a gateway to the garden now. Oop. And all but the very tallest can come and enjoy the gardens. Looking pretty nice. I'm very happy with what's happening. Okay, so in terms of like what else we gotta do, I gotta plug a few holes in the bridge. We need shale. Shale is the stone I am lacking the most right now. We've got a decent amount of sandstone, but shale is like the mid of our road here. And once we have that and we build all the way out here, we can start constructing the forge area. The general idea is that we're going to... I would like to use that waterfall as a water wheel source, but I don't know if we can. We've got a river mod installed, and I'm not sure how that works with water wheels. Okay. How long have I been streaming? A decent amount of time. I need to get to bed because I've been up way too long. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I had a great time. Oh, you planted more of my favorite flowers. Thank you. Red lupines are like the nicest guys. But yeah. We're gonna keep working on the base until a few things happen. One, we need a storage room for all our chests because this is supposed to be like a big kitchen. We need a residential house, like an actual bedroom, so I'm not sleeping in the kitchen. We need a room for forging and grinding. And you know what? Like, at one point, I just kind of want to build a room for every, you know, purpose you can come up with. But like the basics are here. We've got kitchen, we've got garden. The next obvious room is like a workshop. With those things, then like we can proceed. We've already got, I set this up as kind of like a for now workshop, just to get things done. But everything's coming along nice. And if you want to pop in and help and contribute, you're more than welcome to. Oh, you might be struck by lightning? Let me get up high so I can see. You're about 10,000 miles that way. Only I had binoculars. Those are some interesting looking rock patterns. There's some quartz right there. It's actually pretty sunny over here, so I do not feel your same pain. From over here, the garden looks a little bit square, but it does look nice. Alright. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I had a great time. Let's find somebody to raid. Tomorrow is Final Fantasy Friday, so we're going to be playing that first. But on Friday night, I think I'm going to play more of this, like a real long play of this. Think like 8 hours probably, at least. We'll see what it turns out to be, but thank you so much for being here. I had a great time. Bye-bye.